and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tiffani Beaston from Beauty and the Beastons, and I upload every single Sunday and Wednesday. Today we are doing a high protein meal prep. I am always somebody who tries to be healthy, and for the simple fact that I'm a mom of four and I want to be around for my grandkids, I want to be here for my kids as much as possible, and I want to have the energy to keep up with them. So in the past, I have, done my workouts and kind of just eaten whatever I wanted as long as I worked out, but I do really enjoy healthy food, so not like fast food, stuff like that, but I'm a big sweets person. I love snacks. Like, I enjoy food, I enjoy cooking. However, I just joined an 8-week challenge. I'm on week 2. The differences that I've seen already in 1 week are very motivating to make me keep going. And the thing that I changed the most, besides my workouts, were eating based on my macros. Everybody has different macros based on your height, your weight, your age, all of that. But the one thing that we can all agree on is that we're trying to eat high protein, right? So I think that everyone can benefit from this video. I'll leave more information on macros and stuff down below, but I don't know exactly what I'm talking about because I have joined this app called First Form, and this isn't sponsored. I don't get anything from this, by the way, just to mention that. One of my subscribers actually reached out to me, and she's one of the advisors on First Form, and it's an app. It's $12.99 a month. You can log your macros in there, has all different workouts in there that you can choose from, and then you have an advisor. So my advisor is Bree. Hi Bree, I know you're watching. Thanks for everything because you've already changed my life already. But what I'm saying is it's affordable. It's $12.99 a month. You can track your macros, you can talk to an advisor, you can get your exercises. So that's what I'm doing, and on there it tells me exactly what I'm supposed to be eating each day as far as calories, fat, protein, all that. So again, I'll have more information down below if you want to read more about that. But my goal today is to meal prep nutritious food, real food. The thing that I love the most about First Form, all my birds are in the bird feeder. It's Maria. What I like the most about First Form is that I'm actually eating more and hitting my goals each day. And it's kind of fun to figure out your macros and figure out what fits. I always log my stuff the night before because I do plan out my meals each day. It's actually really easy as long as you keep it simple. And basically eating home is the way to do it. And even if you're meal prepping and bringing your stuff to work, whatever. We actually went away to Great Wolf Lodge, and I just packed a couple of high protein snacks with me, and we still had dinner out. That's a good thing. There's nothing that you can't have. You just have to make sure it fits into your macros where you want it. I like to eat a lot, so I try to do smaller meals instead of a big meal that's going to be 600 calories. But anyway, enough blabbing. We're going to get into this. It's going to be easy. It's going to be delicious, nutritious, and at the end of this 8 weeks, I will show you my before and after photo. Like I said, I've always wanted to be healthy, but this time my goal is to get stronger, gain muscle, get stronger, get more toned, and feel more confident after having 4 kids. So anyway, let's get into it. Keep in mind that I'm filming and moving my camera around, fixing lighting, doing that type of thing, but I am starting at 11:56. The first thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna preheat the oven to 425. We're gonna put chicken in the crock pot, and we're going to wash our produce. Let's do it. So I already went ahead and washed my sink. Beets, fruit, and veggie soak. Got my 2 crock pots out, my new one, and then old Bertha. We love her. She's an OG. I got my chicken breast here. It's the huge family pack. There's 8 chicken breasts in here. We're gonna split them 4 and 4, 1 in each crock pot. Don't come at me, I don't wash my chicken. Another thing, if you want to be exact with your macros and all that, make sure you're scanning the barcode, and most of the stuff is in the First Form app, or you can manually enter the serving size and calories and all that. 4 chicken breasts in each. Let me check my sink. All right, so for both of these recipes, we're going to be making enchilada chicken with lime, as well as buffalo chicken with ranch. So you'll need seasoning packets. I use a taco seasoning packet, or if you just have spices that you want to use instead. And then we put ranch dip seasoning mix with the buffalo sauce. And I've done a whole packet before, and it was way too salty. So you only need to just basically coat the chicken. You can see this is one of my leftover packets. So that's what I'm gonna do first. Just put some ranch seasoning. So save this for another time. And then on this one, I will use the entire packet of taco seasoning. I Again, if you want to scan all your stuff, I definitely recommend that. So you can scan like the packet that you're using. I'm actually going to make sure that I do that. In the past, I'm like digging stuff out of the garbage, scanning it, but I have more, so I know that I'll still have them, because at the end of this video, I'm going to sit down and do all the macros for each and put them on screen here or in the description box below, or both. But right now, my kids are not home, so I'm rushing to get the cooking portion done. And then for my tacos, we're using 1 jar of salsa verde. This is just like the Whole Foods brand, but I also love Siete. That's probably my favorite one. Pour that right in. And I'm gonna save this one to scan because I think that's my last one. And then I'm telling you what genuinely makes the enchilada or salsa verde chicken is the lime juice. It really just gives it such a really good fresh flavor. You can use an Instant Pot for this too. I don't know why I'm so terrified of my Instant Pot. I only used it like 10 times total. Maybe that might even be more than what I've actually used it. Every time I smell lime, I want a margarita. When I went to Great Wolf Lodge, I was trying to be, you know, conscious of calories and stuff to fit my macros, and I just got Patron with soda water, a lime wedge, and mint, and it was really good. Give that a little stir, and I'm gonna cook this on low for 4 hours. The rule usually is low for 8 hours or high for 4, but I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on with my crock pots these days, but they're getting so hot so fast, and then it like dries the chicken out. So I'm gonna do low for 4 hours and see how that comes out. I like to make meal prepping like as least overwhelming as possible. So I'm pretty sure it doesn't get easier than throwing some stuff in a crock pot. But also what that means for me is cleaning up as I go. So once I go ahead and wash my produce, so I can't wash any dishes right now because my sink is full to wash my produce, I will just like wash everything that we used so far before we move on to the next thing. This is the other half of the bottle that I haven't used yet. So basically you just want to make sure that your chicken is coated. You don't need a ton. And then sometimes if it comes out and I'm like, I need some more, I'll add more as I'm eating it throughout the week. Just add a little bit on top. Easy. Moving on to washing our produce. Once we're done with this, we're gonna let like the produce dry, and we're gonna get started on cutting up the stuff that's gonna go in the oven, which is almost preheated. It's 12:08. The good thing about produce prep is that it's just all set and ready for the kids to grab. It makes it easier than grabbing chips out. I'm not anti-chip or anti-snack. I wanna let my kids be kids, but I also wanna make sure that they're getting all the good stuff in too. Let this soak for about like 30 seconds or less. I always do the berries for the raspberries for a shorter period of time because they are like already so soft. And then once I take this out, I'll go ahead and put in, I have red baby potatoes, sweet potatoes, carrots, and I think I might have celery that I wanted to wash too. I have to double check. Because that's how I love to have the buffalo chicken, is with just like dipping celery in it, kind of like a buffalo chicken dip minus the cheese. It's very good. It's a great snack or a great lunch. I always feel bad that there's this much plastic, but I live in America. This is how they sell stuff. People are always like, how can you have that much plastic? Well, it is in America. Unfortunately, I just can't go out back and pick my produce, and we don't have any Whole Foods stores in Pennsylvania where you can just go and grab your fruit like that. So, at least none that I know of. At least I recycle though. Little baby red potatoes, I'll keep it in here because the water can drain out. Carrots. My kids love carrots, so do my dogs. And this is why we soak our produce. Now now that everything is nice and washed, I'm gonna get started on the produce that I'm gonna be baking. So we're doing sweet potatoes and baby red potatoes. And then I also have some shaved Brussels sprouts that are a staple that I got from Whole Foods that you can just throw the bag on here and go ahead and roast those up. I know I have some readers out here. One of the things on the First Form app, and something that I've been trying to do probably for about 2 years now, is just read more. So like on the app, you can pick like your top 5 things, your daily to-do list, and one of them is read at least 10 pages. Just because it is so good, like for a mental break, and I just love reading anyway. So I finished Mr. Fixer-Upper by Lucy Score. The first 10 chapters I was so bored, but I was also grieving I did the Benevolent series and the Knock 'em Out series, so I really missed those by Lucy Score. So if you haven't read those series, you have to read them. They're so, so good. A little spicy, but good. But anyway, I moved on to her new series, and the first book, I think it's called the Bootleg series, and the first book is Whiskey Chaser. So I read 1 chapter before bed last night, but I've heard that it's really good. So I just wanted to throw that in here because I really do feel like besides everything we take in besides food is going to affect us in some way. What we watch, what we read, what we eat, what we drink, all of those things. Anything you consume will affect you. The people in your life, how they treat you, all of it affects you. So you have to choose wisely what you're reading, what you're watching, eating, drinking, all those things. All of the things that you're taking in matter, so keep that in mind. I'm getting about 95% of these in here and then about 5% on the floor. Time check, it's 12:30. Cut these up so we can roast them. Side note, you can buy cut up sweet potatoes from Whole Foods, but the last 2 times I've gotten them, they were rotten. So like watery on the bottom and starting to go bad. So that's why I just started to do that. Plus it's more expensive, but if you're in a bind, I think there's also frozen sweet potatoes. I don't know, I feel like I've tried them before. I don't remember. FYI, this is the hardest part of our meal prep, which is cutting the sweet potatoes. It's a simple, easy meal prep, I promise. And it tastes good, which helps stay on track. When things actually taste good and you're looking forward to your meals, it helps you stay on track. Sweet potatoes are done. Moving on to our little baby red potatoes. Here's those shaved Brussels I was talking about. And then to all of this, we're just gonna do a little bit of avocado oil, salt, and pepper. I'm just using the Chosen avocado spray. The ingredients are avocado oil, there's nothing else in here. And that way it's just you're not pouring a ton of oil on it. I'm gonna be able to coat it. Salt. You can always season things after the fact too, but you can't unseason. Swish it around. Most likely these will all be cooked at different times. Sweet potatoes will take the longest, second longest, and the Brussels sprouts will be done quicker, so it always depends on your oven. And then usually about halfway through, I'll go ahead and give everything a little stir or flip. 12:44, we're finally going in the oven. All right, so to go with our red potatoes, sweet potatoes, it's kind of like a meal prep, but mostly an ingredient prep as well, so that like based on what you're feeling for that day, you can just grab whatever out of the fridge and make it what meal you're wanting. So for example, if I want to do the red potatoes with sausage and peppers, that's what we're doing. Or you'll see. The next thing I'm making is sausage and peppers. And you'll see here that I'm doing like, we're gonna have our proteins, then we can add potatoes to it, or cauliflower. Basically, it's an ingredient prep where you can put together what you're wanting based on your macros. So I think it's important to have some main sources of protein, like we have the 2 different types of chicken. We're gonna have these sausages. And then I'm also gonna do bonza pasta. This is great because it's high protein. 50 times more protein, 3 times more fiber, and 25% fewer net carbs than regular pasta. So the serving size is 2 ounces, and it has, let's see, 11 grams of protein. So the sausages are also already cooked, but I just want to brown them a little bit, and then add the peppers, and I'm also going to add some onions as well. This looks amazing, and I can tell the Brussels are done. So I'm gonna set this aside, put my water on here for our pasta. It's 1:12. I had to mess with my camera setting for a while, so it's being weird. It took some time up. But this is what the Brussels look like. It's good that some are crispy. It's really good once it's all mixed together. It gives it a little crunch. So I have my sausage and peppers cooling off, my Brussels sprouts cooling off, potatoes still cooking, and now I am moving on to just finishing, or at least starting to prep some of this produce. We can get that out of the way. Once everything is cooled off, I'll go ahead and plate everything, and we'll go through our meals, but the best part is yet to come. Breakfast is, for me, it's always this like chocolate protein just mixed with water, and I'll have that after my coffee. First, all right, I'm gonna go through my beverage lineup, because I love beverages. In the morning, I have first athletic greens mixed with pre-workout. And then I do my workout, I come upstairs, I have my chocolate protein, which is 1 scoop of water in my shaker bottle. I chug that, and then I'll have breakfast. And lately my breakfast has been egg whites, spinach, and turkey bacon. And between that and the protein shake, I'm plenty full. We get through our morning routine and all that, then I usually have a snack, lunch, snack, dinner, and dessert. So all that being said, breakfast is nothing exciting, but it's good, it tastes good. You can always add salsa or whatever other veggies you want to that. But I have some yummy desserts that could also double, actually 2 can double as a breakfast. They can be snacks, it can be desserts, whatever you want them to be. But that's the fun part. In the past, I've just done purely ingredient prep, where I just go ahead and like cut up all my produce and cook my meats. That is a great option, but I think I'm feeling, well, I'll see how it goes. I have some meals in mind that sound good. For example, the peppers and onions with some of like sweet potatoes and regular like red potatoes mixed together. That sounds yummy. Ingredient prepping is also great for moms like me who pack their kids' lunch most of the time. My kids don't love lunch at school unless it's like pizza. They actually even stick up French toast sticks now. It was always a staple for them. Carter is buying grilled cheese today though. So ingredient prep versus meal prep, basically the same thing, it's just how you package it, right? So I know last week Chris and I were loving just the buffalo ranch chicken with some celery. So if I wanted to, I could put it in a container, the chicken with the celery on the side, or all my birdies back, or just keep celery in one thing, chicken in another. So it basically comes down to packaging, or if you work outside of the home and you want to have something that's easy to grab and go for work, you do that way, you can pack it the morning of. Basically, you need to simplify your life, your meals, and your food so that you stay on track. For us, officially since baseball and t-ball have started, we have a sport or some type of activity every single night during the weekday after school and a game every single weekend. So this is crucial to staying on plan. Don't sleep on carrots mixed in buffalo chicken either. That's really good too, dipping. Person is cutting the ends off and then I'm gonna go ahead and peel them off. My kids also love carrots. If you're new here, in the past I've done E2M, which stands for Eager to Motivate, and that's also, they do like 8-week programs at a time through Facebook, and it's like a big community. Their meal plan is a lot more restrictive. I feel like I've been using E2M in some capacity. I never like stayed perfect on plan for years now, and I love them, so I have nothing bad to say about them. I was just ready. I feel like they got me to where I'm at today, like my strength, my core. When I first started E2M after having Everly, I couldn't do anything. I had zero core, like I had no strength. I could barely do a squat, definitely couldn't do a sit-up, a push-up. I had no strength. So they got me to where I am today, and now I'm just really loving being able to eat whatever I want that fits into my macros instead of being as restrictive. And for me, it's all based on, you know, my weight, my height and stuff. E2M isn't really like that. It's more like, this is what you can have, this is what you can't have. And then they tell you like how many ounces of each food you can have. You just have to find what works for you, honestly. And I feel like for me, macros it's been a week, but I counted macros once before, but it was before I even truly understood it. And I felt like I wasn't good at it, but I feel like now there's so much out there that makes it much easier to follow. And right now, this is what's working the best for me. All right, 133, and these are looking good to me. Nice little brown on them. These also look good. I'm gonna take all this out. Our pasta is done. Finally on my last carrot. I'm actually just gonna store these in a bag because I need these containers, and I don't know how, but I'm like missing so many of my larger jars. So I need to order more glass jars, and it's better to keep them in water, but I don't have like a glass jar big enough. I don't really want to put water into this Ziploc bag. Perfect. Okay, it took a way longer than expected break. I feel like I finished at like 1:45, like with all the food, and then I washed everything. Hey Brady's, over here. And then Chris called and told me he passed his real estate exam, so I was like freaking out, all excited, got really sidetracked for a really long time. So now we're starting over. It's 2:40 when I'm starting this. Oh, I closed all my rings. So now are the recipes that I'm super excited for, like the fun part. So we are making, let me look over here. One, we're making peanut butter chocolate chia pudding. That's gonna be banging. We're making protein bars, protein banana bread, which I think Tanner will absolutely love, and I'm always trying to figure out ways to get more protein in my kids, and lemon protein bars. So all this sounds so good. I already started putting the peanut butter for the protein bars in the bowl. So you're gonna start with 1.5 cups of peanut butter, and if you have allergies, you can do sun butter, whatever type of substitute you want. And then we're gonna do 3/4 cups of protein powder. I think, let me see what I had left. My peanut butter, I'm going to do 3/4 cups of protein powder. This is chocolate peanut butter flavored Tiffani. I love Tiffani protein, it's very good. Then you're gonna do 1/4 cup of maple syrup. It says you can also use honey or agave. I'm just using maple syrup. And then a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So that's it for the bar, and then you melt chocolate and put that on top. What's hysterical is that like one of my last meal preps or something I was talking about, I was like, yeah, I don't weigh food. And here I am weighing food. Because when you're counting it, you want to know the exact measurements. So I'm gonna put this on here and zero this out. I'm gonna get to 4 ounces. Four ounces. I'm gonna throw this in the microwave real quick. That looks amazing. I'm gonna throw that in the fridge. Just wasted like 45 minutes outside trying to see the clip. But anyway, it looks kind of cool. Now we're making lemon protein bars, and for this you need 1 cup of old-fashioned oats. So putting these. So 1 cup of almond flour. So 1/2 cup of my banana protein, and I'm also going to do the zest of 2 lemons. And I'm telling you, you don't want to skip this step because lemon zest is what gives the lemon flavor. Now 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, which is interesting but sounds good. And stir this all together. I'm gonna grab another bowl, and then in here, we're gonna do a 1/2 cup of lemon juice. One-4 cup of maple syrup. I'll have all the recipes linked down below as well. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then it says to microwave this liquid mixture. I'm guessing it helps combine all this together. This is my first time making these, but the reason I said don't skip the lemon zest is because when I made my lemon energy balls, that gave it such an amazing like lemon flavor. Anyway, let's go microwave this. Some chunks in here. And then same thing with the other protein bars, just mix it all together and put it in the fridge or freezer for a couple of hours and then cut them. I'm also gonna add a little bit of coconut to the top because I just feel like lemon and coconut, they just belong together. Did you guys see the solar eclipse where you were? Like, it's definitely darker out, and I saw it with the glasses, like looking up at it, but I thought it was to get like completely dark. Oh, hi Frank. Wish I could just move the camera so you can see Frank. Every time I go to take my camera or phone out, he moves. This smells so good, like so fresh, like lemons and deliciousness. I'm all about like eating like real foods, like real ingredients, like fruits and vegetables, but I also like really like snacky type stuff, so that's why I wanted to make these as an option as well, and the other ones. Also, cycle day 19, and that's what it is. I'm starting to crave all my sweets now. This honestly didn't take a lot of time at all, especially the chocolate peanut butter one didn't either. But just think about it, making your own protein bars with more pure ingredients without any like random ingredients in there, like a lot of the protein bars that are sold in stores. I also wouldn't be opposed to like my kids having these. This is unsweetened coconut too. You don't need the sweetened stuff, trust me. All right, now this is going in the fridge. It smells so good. Yum. Quick little break. The kids are home and I haven't eaten lunch yet, so I'm having that Italian sausage we made with the peppers and the red potatoes. So good. All right, so now I'm gonna cut up these protein bars. The chocolate ones look so good. Can't wait to try them. Let's test them out. Wow. What? They're really good. Okay, this is done. Go ahead and shred it. All right, next up we're making protein banana bread. So I have 1.5 cups of oat flour. Tanner just started jumping up and down here, heard me say that. And then I have a 1/2 cup of protein powder. You can use any flavor you want, but I'm using the cinnamon, banana cinnamon Trubani. 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 3/4 tablespoon of salt, or I'm sorry, 3/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. So first I'm going to mix together my dry ingredients, and then in a separate bowl I'll do my wet ingredients, and then just mix that all together too and bake it. Very easy. It says 1.5 cups, so we'll see how much this gives us. All right, we have a 1/2 cup of yogurt. It says if you don't want to use yogurt, you can use an additional banana, but again, we're trying to get the most protein. 1/2 cup of maple syrup, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I'm just gonna mix our wet with our dry. Two more recipes to make. It is karate and soccer time, so I'm like really rushing. I'm making chia pudding, and I need 2 tablespoons of chia seeds in each. This is like honestly one of my favorites. So good for you. We're gonna do a 1/2 cup of almond milk or whatever you like. I like the Milk brand because it's unsweetened. There's no gums or oils or any of that stuff in it. Blocking everything with the syrup because I'm just thinking about being on time to karate. Carter's already at soccer. All right, teaspoon of maple syrup. Again, you can use any sweetener you like. Just doing a 1/2 scoop of chocolate peanut butter protein. If you do a full scoop, it's just way too much. It's like chalky. And you want to stir it really good, so I like using this. Oh, watch out, baby. You're so sweet, honey.
That's cool.
You're so sweet.
I haven't really seen any cookers.
Oh!
But if I saw
You're the best cooker ever, but I haven't seen many cookers. You're so funny. Smells good?
Are you still making the banana bread?
Yeah, it's in the oven.
I'm gonna go.
That'll be a good snack after karate. There's no chocolate chips though.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's the healthy. And I like being healthy.
Me too, Bubby. Some chocolate chips are healthy though, right?
Yeah.
Just not an excessive amount.
Besides, I already had chocolate chip yogurt for lunch today.
Yeah. That was incredibly easy. The last recipe that I want to make are my egg whites, but I'm gonna have to do that after karate. But then I don't have to worry about my macros for quite a few days, so highly recommend prepping. Banana bread was 10 out of 10. Definitely going to be a staple. Even the kids love it. Okay, it is very, very late, and we just got back from karate and soccer, did bath time and all that, but I'm still determined to finish this meal prep. So I'm making my egg bites right now, and this is my first time trying this recipe because I usually use whole eggs, but this is just an egg white recipe. So I'm actually adding 1/4 cup of gluten-free flour, which is different. So we have 2 cups of egg whites right here. We have a 1/2 cup of cottage cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to pour the flour in?
Mm-hmm.
We have 1/4 cup of flour. It's gluten-free King Arthur. Great job. Oh, there's a little bit more. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Here, mommy help you? I think this is a little wet on the bottom. See? There we go. I gotta cut that still, so don't do that one yet. You can put the cheese in. We'll do 1/4 cup of mozzarella cheese. A bit more. Here you go. Good job. Okay, set that aside. Try to get a little bit more of this flour.
I did fail.
It's okay, it happens. Okay, oven's preheated to 350, that just went off. All right, now we're doing a cup of spinach. And watch out, because Mama has a knife, right?
What are you doing down?
I'm gonna cut my spinach and put it in my eggies. Do you like spinach in your eggs? No, oh, no touching yet. Wait till Mommy tells you.
Let's put them there.
Yeah, we're gonna put it in the eggs, but I'm gonna cut up just a little bit more.
Do it what?
One more, I think we're good. Okay, you think you can put that in here? Here, I'm gonna move it over here so that you can do that while I cut the peppers. I'm just using my frozen peppers again, but I'm gonna do everything seasoning, so very easy. See how fast that took? I'll put all the nutrition on screen, so I still have to calculate it. It's a task for tomorrow morning when I have more brain cells left.
Done.
Oh, I see some more. I see some more spinach. Do you think you can fit it in? Just try not to get any eggies on your hand, okay? You did? It's okay, we'll wash them. No big deal. We'll wash them. Think we can fit the spinach in here? I'm sorry, do you think we can fit the peppers in here now? They're coldies. Go ahead.
Cool.
Coldies. Good job.
They were so numb.
Huh?
They were so numb. I do
They
that.
look so yum, is that what you said? You gonna try some egg white tomorrow morning for breakfast?
No.
Why?
And I won't eat.
You always eat Daddy's egg bites. So that's because they have bacon and lots of cheese. Good job. We do a little bit more. Okay. Now,
What?
gotta stir it, stir it, stir it. But
Play.
yes, but you gotta be careful because it's just in this thing, okay? It's hard to stir, huh? Because it's in a skinny little thing. So if you go like this, press down and then do a little bit like that. Go ahead, you try. Press down and then stir. Good job, princess. Alright, so now that that's all mixed together, good job, baby. Go brush your teethies and mommy come snuggle you.
Okay.
Okay, you're such a good girl. No, Daddy has your toothbrush ready upstairs, babe. Let's spray this first.
Whoa.
Oh, a little bit too much.
That was so numb.
Looks so numb.
Yeah. Nummy. And my tummy.
Maybe I should ladle it out. Come over here, friend.
What?
I'm just talking to the eggs.
Come on with you. Slide
Yeah, that's what I said. And then I'm just gonna do another 1/4 cup of mozzarella, a little bit on top of each. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and be sure to let me know if you want to see more meal preps like this.
Whenever your heart is broken, don't ever forget you're golden. I will find the light in your soul, I'll be there. Never leaving you in the darkness, even when you're out of focus. I will be the light in your life, you'll see it clear. I'll be your inspiration.